Now, in this next phase of the podcast episode, I would like to make a case for why Rizwan and Babar should not be opening, should not be batting in the power play in T20Is. Now, I think the way that I look at T20Is is you can break a batting innings down into three phases. Number one is the power play, overs 1 to 6. This is the phase where only two fielders are outside. And then you have the middle overs, overs 7 to 15. This is when the field is spread. Spinners are bowling. You need guys who can play good spin. And then you have the death overs 16 to 20. Now, let's start off with the first phase of the match, probably some would say the most important phase, overs 1 to 6, the batting power play. Now, let us look at the record of Rizwan and Babar batting in the power play. And the key figure here, which we will use as impact, is the strike rate. A strike rate is how you understand how quick a batsman scores runs.
Strike rate is greater than average.
Rizwan's strike rate in the power play overall in T20Is is 116.76.
That can't be true.
This is facts. It's from Cricinfo. I spent hours getting these stats. Somebody fact check me in the comments. Rizwan's strike rate in the power play of T20 World Cups is 98.17. So Rizwan is scoring at below run a ball in the power play, the most important phase of the match in T20 World Cups.
My arms just automatically went to the meme. Look at this.
Rizwan's dot ball percentage in power play overall T20Is is 45.6. So nearly half the deliveries he faces in the power play are dot balls. Let's look at Babar Azam. Babar Azam's strike rate in the power play overall T20Is is 118.14. Just a tad bit better than Rizwan. Babar Azam's dot ball percentage overall T20Is in the power play is 43.3%, a little better than Rizwan. Babar Azam's strike rate in the power play of T20 World Cups is 87.43. This is a bad strike rate for ODIs, let alone power plays of T20 World Cups.
I'm glad you're doing this because me and a lot of fans like me who are Babar Azam fans need to hear this.
Rizwan and Babar's average power play strike rate, so their combined power play strike rate when they're batting together, is 117.48. This means their average power play score in 6 overs is 42.3. So on average, if Rizwan and Babar go out to bat, you can expect Pakistan to be 42 in 6 overs.
That's not par.
That is way below par. Now, am I going crazy by sharing these stats? Let's look at what the world is doing. And for argument's sake, let's look at the top 3 white ball teams in T20Is. I've picked out England, Australia, and
India.
India.
And you also have New Zealand, Ben Allen in there.
Right. So England's opener, Phil Salt, 36 average, 165 strike rate. Joss Butler, 35 average, 147 strike rate. Australia, most recently, Matthew Short was their opener, 22 average, 163 strike rate. Travis Head, 33 average, 160 strike rate. Let's look at India. India has a new face of their T20I team, but let's look at their players. Sanju Samson, 28 average, 155 strike rate. Abhishek Sharma, 23 average, 171 strike rate. And New Zealand also has Finn Allen, who has a 24 average, 158 strike rate. Now, these are all stats to back up my very basic common sense argument that Pakistan needs attacking, explosive, impactful players in the power play, regardless if they score a 15-ball 30, that is far better than Mohammad Rizwan's 65-ball 72.
Totally agree. I have nothing
like,
else
am I going crazy here? Am I saying something like some alien language, rocket science? Like, how hard is this to understand?
The problem is that you're speaking the facts, and that's crazy. Like, these numbers don't justify any of these players opening for Pakistan. And then you have the numbers right opposite of it of, you post the question in the notes, and I will post the notes on Patreon, so you guys can check the Patreon links below if you want access to this. But in the notes, you have a simple question. Does Pakistan have players who can play at a high strike rate? You've picked out 3 names, Mishai. Saim Ayub, 27 average and 151 strike rate in the Pakistan Super League. 43 average and 142 strike rate in the CPL. Pretty good, I would say. Fakhar Zaman, 30 average, 140 strike rate in the PSL, and 28 average and 135 strike rate overall T20s. A bit on the lower end, but we've grown to know that Fakhar Zaman has been a match winner and can, pull games from anywhere. So you let him cook. He's clutch. That's fine with me. Mohammad Haris. The Mohammad Haris. The reason this podcast even exists. The guy, the highest rated, most watched podcast of Backward Points history. You can check it out. It's fact as well. Mohammad Haris. 26 average, 171 strike rate in PSL overall.
171 strike rate. Just take that in.
Let me repeat. 26 average, 171 strike rate at the PSL, and 23 average and 145 strike rate in overall T20s. And asterisk, debuted in the 2022 World Cup, smashed Rabada, smashed the Bangladeshi team, and went to the finals. Clutch.
I did this quick info search. I'm like, tell me who has the highest batting strike rate in the PSL, minimum 300 runs. Number one on that list is Mohammad Haris. This is not a list that was made by me. This is not because Mohammad Haris was on my podcast, so now I have to sit and defend him. And then the second player on that same list was Saim Ayub. Mohammad Haris and Saim Ayub are the only two batters in the list of highest strike rates in the PSL for top order batsmen who are Pakistani. Everybody else, Luke Ronchi, I think Chris Lynn was in there, Tom Kohler had more non-Pakistani players. So the answer to my question is, does Pakistan have players who can play at a high strike rate? Yes, we do. We need to give them a chance. We need to give them a long run. What India has been doing recently is they're taking these genuine attacking batters, these six hitters, Abhishek Sharma, Sanju Samson, Tilak Verma, and they're telling them that you are playing for India regardless of your performances. We are backing you. They are removing the fear of failure, any chance of insecurities from their mind, and now they're going out there and playing their game. Pakistan has to do the same thing with Saim Ayub and Mohammad Haris and Fakhar Zaman. Insert name here of attacking batsman. Go out there, play your game. You make a 0, you make a 50, you will be in the team till the next T20 World Cup, or the next 3 series at least.
I love that. Just don't apply that to Usman Khan. That's my only call.
Usman Khan's defense, actually.
I don't want to hear any defense for Usman
Khan. His PSL record, 53 average, 160 strike rate.
His PSL record, to me, is a scam because none of that has been translated over to
300s, 350s.
I don't want to hear it. The gist of everything, and we should move on from this. I guess we're going to wrap up right after this. If I had to bottle everything down to one sentence, the day Pakistan cricket respects a 31 ball, I should rephrase this. The day Pakistan cricket respects a 15 ball 31, the cameo that Saim Ayub had just played, that's the day Pakistan cricket will prevail.